Hi everyone, Arlene here. Welcome back to my Country Craft Corner and my Q&A Monday. How are you guys doing? This is actually Friday, and I'm telling you, you guys, the weather around here today is crazy. Oh my goodness. We have not had electricity since about 10 o'clock this morning, or maybe a little even a little earlier than that. Actually, it was earlier than that. It was around 9:15 or so. We lost electricity. Now, we do have a whole house generator, which I'm very, very grateful for. Our builder suggested that we get one when we were building the house. Of course, we didn't have it installed until after the house was built, but they did suggest that we get one because power is lost out here in the boonies a lot, and it has proven to be true what they said. We lose our power out here a lot, and this generator kicks on and off, and very, very, very grateful to have it. But I'm going to go ahead and tape my Q&A for you guys Monday morning because I'm bored. I don't have anything to do. Of course, I could be decorating, but I always do my Q&As on Friday afternoon, and I wanted to go ahead and do it now. That way I have the weekend to edit it, and I've got some other videos in the can, so to speak, that I'm editing too, so I thought I would just go ahead and do it. But I have 14 questions today, and as you guys know, I said this would be the last time we would do a Q&A, and then I'm going to take 2 weeks off. So I'm going to go through my 14 questions, and of course there are more questions than 14 because there are questions within questions. But I wanted to go ahead and share a few post office box goodies that I received this week. You guys touch my heart. I'm telling you, you guys, thank you so much for all of this goodness. I sure appreciate it. Oh my goodness. And I have two here that did not give me permission to give their names, so I'm not going to give their names, but I want to show you their beautiful, beautiful cards. Here's one, and it came with a beautifully written letter, and yes, we have a lot in common, girlfriend. Thank you so, so much. I love it. I love it. So there's that one. And then this lovely, all four of you who sent me something this week, I get comments from all the time. So I appreciated you guys sending me a little something extra. This one here, so pretty. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And then two more here who both said, this one I just got today, so I'll save that. And these both said that I could say their name. This one is from Teresa Myers, and this is a Happy Easter card. Look how pretty. Look how pretty. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna try not to cry, you guys. I can't get through these, I can't get through any videos without sobbing, but I'm gonna try to get through this without sobbing. But these mean so much to me, honest to goodness, they do. Just the sentiment, it just means so much. And this came, and she wrote me a beautiful letter too. Beautiful, beautiful letter. I love it. You know what, guys? Words to me mean the world. They mean the world to me. They are a gift. They are a gift. Precious words. Precious, precious words. I'm gonna touch on words here in a little while. and then one more, and I just picked this one up today, went out today and picked this one up. This is from Mary Shearer. Hope I got that right. And I had the Terrier one. Boy, I tried so hard to open this, Mary, without tearing the butterfly, because I keep the envelopes too, you guys, with all the stickers and everything, and I tried not to tear it. I tried my best, and I had to tear it. It just would not come up. Daggone it. But kindness is many small gestures that together make the difference in the world. And I'm not going to read her words, but it's a beautiful card. Absolutely beautiful. I guess let me back up here and read just the sentiments in the card here. It says, may this Easter, from Teresa here, may this Easter be as kind to you as you are kind to others. Aw. as warm with joy as your heart is warm, and as special to you as you are to all those blessed by knowing you. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much. And this one is kindness is many small gestures that together make all the difference in the world. And then she wrote me a beautiful note inside. So thank you so much, Teresa and Mary, and then you two ladies as well. Thank you guys so much. I so appreciate them. Very, very much. Love them. All right. So that's what I got in my P.O. box this week. And so now we're going to get started on my questions here. And as I said, I think I have, my computer went to sleep. Wake up. Okay, let me see here. I have 14, but there are questions within questions. So first one is, let me put this in front of me. Please, I'm going to preface this also by saying, please excuse me if I mispronounce your name. Definitely don't do that on purpose, you guys. I try my very, very best to pronounce names, and I'm pretty good at it, but sometimes I know I butcher them, and I apologize up front. So my first question is from Amanda, I think it's Childers. I think that's how we pronounce that. I hope. All right. Is there anything, or is there anywhere you have not done or visited thus far in life yet do plan on doing or going to in your lifetime? Perhaps what would you still like to accomplish that you've not yet had the chance to do? Thank you for that question, Amanda. Let's see. Is there anything or anywhere? Let's do the anywhere first. And I think I touched on this in another a Q&A, but I'm going to touch on it here one more time. I would love, there are a few places that I would really love to see. One is Germany. I would really love to go see Germany, and I don't mean to sound maudlin or anything, but I would like to see, I have a real heart, as you guys heard probably in the one Q&A that I did a couple back, where I have a real heart for those who perished in the Holocaust and how horrible that was. And you know, I would like to go and just pay homage to those folks, you know, just to pay my respects, not for any kind of weirdness to try to go over there and see the concentration camps, but I would like to just pay my respects, because so many, you know, passed away there. So I'd like to do that one day. I don't know. We don't have plans to do that, but I would like to do that. I would like to also go see the northern fjords in Northern Europe. Love to do that. Just because I love Glacier Bay, Alaska so much, and I have a feeling that those fjords would kind of give me that same kind of feeling, you know, the fresh air and the, you know, the untouched, I don't want to say wilderness, but probably wilderness, you know, just pristine places. And I would like to see Australia. And I bet you one of you guys from Australia would let me stay with you, wouldn't you? Would you like Chris and I bunk with you? I'm just kidding. I am just kidding. I would never ask that. Oh my land, I would never. We would sure like to have a cup of tea. I have my tea. Have a cup of tea with you though. So those are the places that I have a desire to go. Of course, Alaska, I always want to go back to Alaska because I can't ever get enough of that. I wouldn't mind going to Hawaii again, actually, but I wouldn't want to cruise there. I think I would want to go fly there and then maybe island hop. That's an expensive vacation, but I would like to do that, you know, maybe one of these days. I think that's about it. I don't, you know, I'm a pretty happy lady where I am usually, but you know, of course we all have places we'd like to see and things we'd like to do, huh? So, and then you said, perhaps what would you still like to accomplish? You know, there's always things in life that I would like to accomplish, but I really want to say one thing here, that I really feel like I am accomplishing something. One of my life goals here in this YouTube channel, with doing this YouTube channel, As you all know, I was a housewife, or as most of you know, probably, I was a housewife. I never worked. I always volunteered my time, and I felt like I did a lot of good that way. But I never really felt like I could help people, you know, in their career or in a craft, you know what I mean, or anything like that. Whereas I feel like with this channel, I really feel like I am, or at least you guys tell me I am, that I am really helping some of you guys, and that I might make you feel a little better when you come over here and watch me cry. Hopefully laugh or tell a joke here or there, laugh at myself. Goodness gracious knows, I laugh at myself all the time. I think in an upcoming video, you all might hear me call pink blue or blue pink as I was looking at a bolt of ribbon. So, you know, what a ding dong sometimes, but, you know, I really feel like I'm where I'm supposed to be for the first time in my, well, not for the first time in my life, I don't want to say that, but for me personally, you know, I've always done for others, you know, in a way, been there for my kids, been there for Chris, been there for whoever I was volunteering for, and now I feel like I'm here for you guys, but I'm here for myself too. I feel like this is cathartic for me too. Cathartic, how do you say that? For me too, and it helps me, and it's helped with my self-esteem, big time it's helped with my self-esteem. So, and whenever I feel good, you know, I'm going to make other people in my life feel good, you know, so you guys tell me that I make you feel good, but you guys make me feel good. So I appreciate every single one of you. Okay. So that's one thing that I've always wanted to do, is to be able to help people, to be able to help them in their life, and to help them do something to make their life better, or to make them feel better in their life. And I think by my crafting, of all things in my life, I never thought it would be through my crafting, you know, but through my crafting, I feel like I am helping others. So, all right, so that was number one. I should just have a box of tissues, you know? Okay, number two, Tammy Osborne. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you so much for those questions. They were really good. Of course, you got me crying right off the bat, girl. Just kidding. Number two, Tammy Osborne. What are your 5 favorite items in your decor that you couldn't live without? There are at least 5. I wrote them down here. I said lanterns are my very favorite thing in my decor. I love working with lanterns. I love redoing lanterns, and I think that they can really set the tone in a room. So I really love the lanterns. Soft lighting. Again, candlelight. Not, you know, well, sometimes real candlelight, sure, but, you know, my battery operated candles, my mini lights. Soft lighting everywhere. You know, I really think that that is one thing that I really enjoy, really love. My pip berries, of course, because I use them everywhere. So I love my pip berries. My wreaths, I like my wreaths too. Not as much as my lanterns, but I will say, you know, again, a wreath, you can pull all aspects, a lantern too, you can pull all aspects of a room decor together in a wreath. And you can, you know, like this wreath on the door that I'm going to show later up close, and I will put a little card up in the right hand corner there. So I have a voiceover for that wreath there. But I pulled wrought iron into that wreath. I pulled pip berries into that wreath. I think it's got pip berries. Yeah, pip berries into that wreath, and it has a birdhouse, and it's got you know, it's got everything that kind of pulls this area of the house together, kind of in one central, albeit it is on the back of the front door, you know, but in one location. So I do like my wreaths for that reason, definitely. I love wreaths. I love all kinds of different wreaths. Grapevine wreaths and burlap wreaths and deco mesh wreaths. I don't do a lot of deco mesh for in the house. I do some. There's one in the happy room. As a matter of fact, I have a deco mesh wreath up there. So, and this is new to me kind of since we've been in this house, but my wrought iron. I really love my wrought iron pieces and how they've really kind of brought a new level into my decor. And I really love to, it's Chris going downstairs, I guess. But I really love how that, how the wrought iron kind of fills up a room and fills up a space, but gives a nice kind of a classic element into a room. You know, I really like it, and I like it in different colors. So not just the black, but I also have some in red. I have some in green above the door. It's actually above the door. It's kind of a gold. So I would say those are my top 5 things in my decor that I like the best, and I couldn't live without. I wouldn't want to live without. So there we go. Thank you, Tammy. That was a good one. Okay, Carrie Carg. Hey, Carrie. Thanks again for answering everyone. This is question number 3. Thanks again for answering everyone's questions. Really good ones too. I love just listening to them all. It's like we're all friends. You know what? I really do think that. In fact, I've been seeing some of you answering some of the other people. Awesome, you guys. Awesome. I love the conversation. You know, I love that. Here's another one. Is there anything craft-wise, a style or decor-wise, that you just can't use for decorating? And then she has another one. Yeah, a couple things. I would say a lot of chrome. I'm not big on a lot of shiny, you know, chrome or square furniture, if that makes sense. Square, like furniture you sit on. You know, I like to have tuft furniture. I like to have kind of rounded backed furniture, you know, or a scalloped top furniture, that kind of thing. So I really don't like, or really the low profile backs on like the couch. I don't, for me, this is a personal thing for me. They're not very comfortable for me. I like to have something with a higher back that I can scooch into and get comfy, you know, and be comfortable and recline, you know, that kind of thing. I don't like, how do I put it? I don't want to insult anybody. I'm always worried about insulting somebody, and I don't ever want to insult anybody. More comfy, cozy, furniture-wise. Decor-wise is the same. Again, I don't like a lot of chrome. I don't like a lot of square edges. I don't like edgy furniture. But that's just me. I wouldn't have my country craft corner if I, you know, had all that, I guess, would I? So those are a couple of things, I guess. I hope that's what you were talking about, Carrie. I think it was. And then you ask also, this can be taken with people also. Is there anything individually or in a group, say, or in a group that they say or think that you just dislike or can't understand what or why they are thinking it, and how do you handle it? Yeah, I would say negativity. I really dislike negativity, and how some people treat other people, you know, and when people say things to another that they know full well it's going to hurt them, and that's exactly why they're saying it, is because they want that person to be hurt by their words. You know, my mom always told me, she told me this from when I was just teeny little. She always used to say, Arlene, watch what words come out of your mouth, because you can't take them back. You can never take them back. You can never, you know, once those words are heard or seen in the written word too, especially in the computer age, you know, once somebody sees something nasty that is written to them or about them, you know, you can't take that back. And to me, that makes the person who said it look really bad, you know. And for me, I try to take the high road, and I distance myself from negative people, negativity, negative situations that I think may become negative. I don't put myself in those situations, and I distance myself from them. So that's how I take care of those situations. I don't engage, you know. So I hope that answered your question. All right, moving on. Number 4, Barbara Ingold. I love the windows in your family room. They are so tall. Yes, they are. How do you keep them clean? I clean the bottom ones, and Chris cleans the top ones with a ladder and a squeegee. And just, well, on the outside he uses a water hose. He uses a water hose and he gets them all wet, and then he squeegees them, you know. And inside I use Windex to clean the windows, or to clean what we call snarf, which is dog drool and spit, you know, there goes all over the window. Story of my life. I do it almost every day, you guys. I clean my windows because it drives me crazy to, you know, walk down the sidewalk and be able to look in the window and see streaks of drool. So I'll use just water with a wet paper towel and then a dry paper towel and just clean it with water and clean it off. But I'll use Windex, you know, for you know, to clean the windows and shine them up. But yeah, those windows, they're bears. They are bears to do. No kidding. So. All right, that's number 4. Thank you, Barbara. Number 5, Trequis. I know you decorate your fireplace. Do you ever use it? And if so, when? I do decorate around my hearth, you know, and we do use it. We absolutely do use it. And the one thing good about me being the decorator in the house is I can move things away that that we worry about that might get too hot or whatever. So I just undecorate a couple of parts, and we'll turn it on when it's really cold in the winter, you know, really, really cold. In fact, we may use it this evening, you know, although we have the generator, but it's, you know, that it would be a really nice evening to use that fireplace because it's so cold and windy and crazy out there. If you hear the house creaking, that's what it is. It's this wind. So yeah, that's what I do, Trequis. We just move the stuff out of the way and we turn it on, and, you know, it's so nice to have a gas. In our other house, we had a wood burning fireplace, which was nice, but I didn't like the smell of it so much. You know how you kind of that lingers sometimes, and that's just me. That's a personal problem I have too. Okay, number 6, Lisa S. Can you talk about how you deal with your weight struggles? I sure can talk about it. And it is something that I've been struggling with my whole life. And let me tell this story real quick again before I go on. I really would appreciate if you don't send me any kind of diet tricks or diet anything like that. I don't need anything like that. I don't desire anything like that. When I was 23 and pregnant with our youngest daughter, Candace, I was on a fad diet that shall remain nameless. And long story short, I had a condition called pseudotumor cerebri. They thought I had a brain tumor, and it was caused by an overdose of vitamin A. I've had as much vitamin A in my system as I've got my lifetime supply. Vitamin A is a concentrating vitamin. It concentrates in your blood and in your system, and you don't, like vitamin C, you pee out, for lack of a better way to put that. Vitamin A just concentrates. But anyway, regardless, from then on, I just will not do fad diets. And I have lost weight. I've been very successful at losing weight and keeping it off for many, 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 many years in my life. And just by changing my eating habits. Just by changing my eating habits and eating smart and not so many sweets and not so many carbs, but some, you know, everything in moderation, nothing to excess, you know. When I hit menopause, it got really hard. And I will admit that I am a stress eater, fully admit that. And when my mom got really sick with Alzheimer's, I ate my way through her illness. Honest to goodness, I did, and I'll be the first to admit that. And that's not pretty to say, but it is the truth, you know. And then menopause hit, so it was like that didn't help anything. You know, everybody always said, if you want to lose weight, lose it before you get into your 50s, because then it's going to be really hard, and it is so true. It is so true. I have been successful though here, you know, in the last year or two of losing a little bit of weight and then keeping it off for a while, and then, you know, eventually it comes back. It's just, it's a constant battle, you guys. It's a constant thing that that is in my life, and that I just know is in my life. I'm never complacent about it. I'm never happy being fat. I'm never happy being, you know, overweight and feeling, you know, I feel better when I'm not this heavy, or as heavy, you know, I've been heavier, you know. But so it has been a struggle. It has been a struggle, and it's very frustrating. But it is what it is, and I deal with it every single day, and I work on it. I try every single day. I try. So that's all you can do is try, you know, and don't beat yourself up if you're not too successful, you know, because if you start beating yourself up, then you're just going to want to eat, and that's a vicious cycle. Well, I would anyway, not you guys. I'm not saying that, but I would, you know, so I can't beat myself up about it. I've just got to keep on keeping on, you know. So I hope that helped. I don't know that that was helpful, but that's kind of how I deal with them. I never give up. All right, number 7, Anna Covell-Meyer. I went to school with a Covell, or at least that's how he pronounced it. So I have a question for you. Do you have problems with fading of your wreaths you put outside? I have noticed some crafters on YouTube use sprays for fraying and UV light protection. I know you use Never Wet and intend to buy some. Do you think it also helps to protect from UV light? You know what, I checked the bottle for the Never Wet, Anna, and it does not have any UV protection in it. And my wreaths will fade. They will fade. I didn't even know that there was something. You've taught me something, honey, because I didn't know that there was something that you could get for with UV protection. So I will do some research on that myself. But the Never Wet, no, it does not help with fading. There's only 2 places where I put my wreaths that they tend to want to fade. And that is on, in fact, I noticed when I was downstairs looking at my cream Easter wreath that I'm fixing to put out here. I'm not going to redo it this year. There's no point. But next year I'll probably have to make a new one because it did fade. And burlap, well, that was a cream burlap. But when like regular burlap fades, it doesn't fade to a very pretty color, does it? So, you know, I do have problems with my stuff fading sometimes. Not big problems, but, you know, it's yeah, that things do fade. So, but you taught me, so I'm going to go look for this UV protection stuff. And I will let y'all know if I find it. Yes, yes, yes. So, okay. That was number 7. Thank you, Anna. I was no help though, was I? Sorry about that. Number 8, this is from Wendelin B. Adolph. Wendelin, not sure. Hopefully I got that right. I have a question. I've been wreathing for almost a year now, and I need to know, when using a grapevine wreath with the leaves still intertwined, what is the best way to remove them all? I think you also said that you shake it within this question. You shake it. That's what I do. I just shake it and I pick them. You know, I just pick them out. I don't think that there's anything special that we can do. I think it's just, you know, we just need to pick them out, and I pick out as many as I can, and then I just do the wreath with the leaves in the wreath. You know, I don't try to get all the leaves out, you know. So, but that, yeah, I feel ya. That's frustrating sometimes, isn't it? I also try not to pick, you know, the wreath form but sometimes you can't help it. Sometimes I think they come in groups that all of them have the leaves in them. So I feel you, girl. I really do. So, but I don't do anything special to them. I just pick at them and pick those leaves out and do the best I can with them, just like you do. So it's frustrating. So I was no help with that one either. All right, thank you though. Thank you for that question. All right, number 9, Diane Gaines. Hey, Diane. Would you show us the tops of your kitchen cabinets? Surely, I will do that. Well, I'm not going to get up and show you the kitchen cabinets, but I'm going to show you some pictures here, and we'll scroll through. I will tell you a story behind the kitchen cabinets a little bit. And these were not the kitchen cabinets that would come with this house as the standard cabinets. We did upgrade the kitchen. We put, you know, whatever extra money we had to put in this house, that's where it was in the kitchen. Because that's, you know, the hub of the home, you know, of our home anyway. And as you all know, you all see me in there all the time. I'm forever in my kitchen working, you know, not necessarily cooking so much anymore, but I'm in there working. Yeah, sorry. But I will show you some pictures of, and so wait a minute, let me back up. So the upgrades in there, were the cabinets themselves. They were upgrades. They're all soft closed doors and soft closed drawers, and they have a big piece of crown molding on them, and they have a light rail on the top, and then a light rail on the bottom of them, and they are. And above every section of cabinet, we had them put an outlet above every section, so everything that is up there on that section can be plugged in. And every section has, you know, like I say, it has an outlet. So before we moved into the house, I knew I wanted to decorate up there. And again, as you all know, I sat down and I wrote out my lists of my favorite things. And, you know, within that list, I had Dickens houses and lanterns and plates and scriptures and whatnot. And you'll see all of that come to fruition when I show you the pictures. And so that whole design out there was conceptualized while the house was being built and while I was out shopping and trying to have the time pass along. I didn't want to do a lot of crafting back then because, you know, you want to wait till you get into a space sometimes to see it and feel it and know what you want for it. That was one place in the house where I could really concentrate my efforts. So that's what I did, is I went out and I purchased lanterns, from a couple of them from local country stores here, a couple from like a place from Oriental Trading that were cheap. I mean, it was like 3 for like $25 or something. But so, yeah, I'll show you some pictures of you know, from different angles and everything in there too. So. All right, there we go, Diane. Thank you, girl. All right, number 10, Robin Lacavone, I don't know. I would love to see your wreath on your front door, and did you make it? I did make it. I did absolutely make that wreath, and I will put a picture here to show it to you a little closer. And I will also put a little iCard up in the right hand corner. I've got a voiceover video of that wreath that I'll post up there for you, so you can take a look and see how I did that. But yeah, I made that before I started my YouTube channel, so I don't have one of me specifically making that wreath, but I did do a blog about it, and and then subsequently did a voiceover video. So I'll be glad to share that with you. Sure, absolutely. That was a fun one to make. I really like that one. And as I said, that one kind of pulls the whole room, these two rooms together, kind of pulls it all and makes it one cohesive space between the, you know, the living room, the foyer, and the dining room. So it's one of my favorite wreaths, all-time favorite ones that I've ever made is that one. Definitely. All right, Robin, thank you for that. Favorites. Okay, number 11, Miss Addie. Once in a blue moon, this is so cute. This question is so cute. Once in a blue moon, when you see a piece of home furnishing and or decorative odds and ends that the sun shines on and the angels sing for them, maybe, just maybe, you need to go ahead and get it, but then you have that sticker shock. After recovering from sunbeams and angels, did you walk out or just decide to purchase that awesome piece you can't live without? When it comes to accent pieces, if I see something that really calls to me, you know, of course I put limits on myself. I don't just spend willy-nilly. But yeah, there are times when I will just go, okay, I'm going to buy it. I'm going to bite the bullet. I'm going to buy it. And I very rarely have regrets, because if I go ahead and I make that commitment to buy it, then I'm not going to regret it later. I'm going to go, okay, I did that and that's done. I can tell you one place that I really had a desire for something, and that was up in the landing, you know, with those two chairs that I have up there with the pretty fabric on them, with the table sitting between them. I did get a little sticker shock there, But again, it's was going to be decorated. I was going to place these chairs, and they have a really pretty wooden, cream color wooden table in between them. And I picked the fabric on them, and I knew that they would probably stay there for however long we live here. So that wasn't going to be something I was going to be switching out and changing out a lot. That was going to be something that was going to be there forever. Also, Chris and I were talking about this question in the car actually today, and you know, he mentioned the hooker furniture. He said, you know, we went ahead and bit the bullet. This is, you know, the hooker was kind of pricey, you know, but this is it. This is the last time, our last home probably, you know, unless we do decide to downsize one day or whatever, I don't know. But for this house, that furniture is perfect. I mean, and we bit the bullet and we purchased that furniture and have not regretted it for 1 second. Not for 1 second. It is just, it fits this house, it fits my decor. I've decorated around it. I made the decor around the furniture, you know, so. But sticker shock, yes indeed, did have sticker shock with that furniture and with those chairs too, both. So, but I try not to have regrets. You know, I try really hard not to have, once the decision has been made with anything, you know, I try not to look back, and I try not to regret, you know. Hope that answered your question, Addie. I need a little drink here of my warm tea. Okay. Number 12, Jillian Burke. Hey, Jillian. I have a question for the next Q&A if you can fit it in. What makes you angry? You are such a wonderful, positive person, but are there things in life that get you riled up? Well, yeah, I'm human. And there are definitely things that can get me riled up. I'm not going to lament really for a long time on specific things. You know, I would say, you know, in the wide spectrum of things, anytime one of my children is hurt, I really, you know, the mama bear comes out, you know, and I want to protect them. And so I would say that, and my family, you know, my immediate and my extended family, you know, I'm always the mama bear. I always want to be the protector, you know, of everybody. So those are things that get me riled up, you know, when I see a family member, one of my children hurt, you know, or Chris hurt, you know, I will get riled up about that. I get riled up when somebody leaves their shopping cart in the middle of the parking place that obviously was not a handicapped person, you know, or if somebody leaves their shopping cart in the handicapped spot when the handicapped person cannot pull in to the spot. I'm like, really, people, move the cart, you know. So that kind of bothers me. I mean, that's just something silly, but that's just something that really, you know, kind of gets to me. And again, I want to touch back on negativity. Negativity again, you know, as I said, I think one other time, I really feel like negativity breeds negativity. And if you allow negativity in your life, then that's going to bring you down, and that's going to make you feel yucky. So therefore, I don't allow negativity to come into my life. I keep it away. I distance myself from it, and I move forward from it, you know. So, and I've learned that through the years. These are, you know, words coming from a 56-year-old, you know, girl who had her struggles growing up, you know, a little bit, as some people do. I don't want to say we all do, but, you know, I did. I had self-esteem issues, and you know, that kind of thing. So, you know, I've beat that down, beat that negativity down, and I don't allow myself to dwell in that, because that just brings me down, and I don't want to be brought down like that, because negativity in anybody's life is not attractive on anybody, you know. And as I said, you know, if I'm negative, how can I be positive to anybody else in my life? If I'm feeling the negativity, if I'm brought down by it, how can I help with anybody else? You know, how can if I'm happy, I can help make other people be happy. You know, if I'm fulfilled, I can help other people be fulfilled, you know. So, I guess those are some of the things. As I said, I really don't want to go into specifics because... All right, moving on. Miss Tracy Robinson. Hey, Tracy. Okay, I have a few questions for you. I hope you won't tire of them. I never tire of your all's questions. I really don't. Where do you find your unique, I'll take them one at a time. Where do you find your unique trays that you use with your lanterns? Either from, most of my trays, I'm looking around here, most of my trays come from Hobby Lobby because every other week they put their trays on sale for half price. So I go back and I look at their trays. If there's a place that I'm looking to, you know, to make a centerpiece for, I'll go to Hobby Lobby and look. If I can't find anything here in my own house. This little table back here and the one that sits on my sink in the master bath are both made on silver trays that were my mom's. So I will go through dishes that have been, been passed down to me and go through those and see if there's anything I can use that way first before I go and purchase anything. Because I always like to reutilize things that have been given to me. I like to, I have a quilt displayed upstairs that my great-grandmother made, you know, that kind of thing. I like to display that kind of thing if I have it and if I can before I go buy anything. But I get most of my trays from Hobby Lobby if I need one. Every other week, half price. Yeah, let's see. Also, what is the pretty plaid container you were using to put your toothpicks in? Hang on a second. Hey, Chris. Thank you. Chris has brought me the toothpick, the all-important toothpick holder. This is actually a votive candle holder. And where did I get this, you guys? There was some place that had a whole line of this stuff. I want to say piperclassics.com, but I found it in a store. I can't remember. I've had this for years. Let me see if it says anything on the bottom. Hearts and Stars by Linda Spivey. L-I-N-D-A-S-P. S-P-I-V-E-Y. 2001. That tells you how long I've had this. Penny Lane Publishing Incorporated. Hearts and Stars by Linda Spivey. So maybe you could Google that if you're interested. But that's what that is. It's just a little votive candle holder. Looks like a little basket. It's really cute. It's super cute. And, oh goodness, it is windy as all get out today, you guys. I'm just, it's a mess. Okay. And then the other one, what are you using to decorate behind your stove? I have a picture there right now. And I don't know why I put it there. I just had been to a local country store and I had purchased that picture and I was walking around this house. Well, it was right after we moved in. And I was walking around here going, where am I going to put this picture? Why did I buy this if I didn't have a place to put it? Because I rarely do buy anything if I don't have any place to put it. Very rarely will I do that. So I was walking around going, where am I going to put this? I don't know. And I ended up just I was like, oh, well, maybe it would look nice right there behind the stove. So that's where I put it. It's just a big picture. And I'll take a picture of it and put it here for you so you can see it. And that's what I use back there, just a picture. And it's pretty heavy. You know, it sits up on the lip of the, I don't have it attached there. It just sits there, you know. So, yep, that's it. All right, Tracy, thank you so much. And the sun is going in and out. Oh my goodness. I don't have any lights to turn on. The generator does not run these two rooms. It runs just the family room and the kitchen. So I don't have any lights to turn on here. So, all right, I'm on number 14. And this is my last question. How do you store all of your wreaths so they don't get dirty and squished? Thanks. I store them all in the basement. And if you go to episode 1 in my latest 2018 Easter Decor series playlist, episode 1, I show you all of my wreaths downstairs and I show you where they hang. Chris has rigged up a system, and he hangs them from the rafters. Literally, he hangs all my wreaths, and they don't get dirty. They don't get dirty down there. I don't know what it is. I asked him, I said, why don't they get dirty? He says, I don't know. Nothing gets dirty down in there. He said, but you know, so they really stay nice just hanging on those rafters down there. So that's how I store them, just all hung up. They were piled on top of each other for a while before Chris figured out how to do them. He used to have them hung on a dowel too. He did do that for a while, but it was harder to get them down that way because I'm like, no, I need the 5th one in. So we have to take the first 4 off and pull off. So that wasn't working out very well. So he figured out this, and he hangs them all by cable ties and an S-hook or something I think he put up there, and that's how we store them, right down there in the basement. Well, that's it, you guys. I think that's number 14. That's all of the questions that I got this week. So we're at 48 minutes. I probably will shave a little bit off of that, but I will have 2 more videos for you this week of more on my Easter decor, and then I'll have 3 the next week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday the next week, and then I will take that Saturday, Sunday, and Monday off before the 20th of the, you know, and then the 20th will be our 2018 Easter home tour collab, you know, with Davita Lane and Sweet Daisy Creations and RJ Mailer and Barb Decor, and I could list them all, but you know, you guys saw that video the other day. And again, if you guys haven't been to their channels, I encourage you to go and check them out. They're great, all of them, every one of them. I've also added a couple more that I cannot remember their names right now as I sit here, but I've also added a couple more to that list. A couple, one contacted Davita and one contacted me about being added to the list. So there are a couple more on there that you might have missed. So I did want to mention that. What else did I want to mention? Anything else? I think that's it. So I'm going to be finishing out that Friday before the 20th will be my last video in this series, and then it'll be the home tour, and then I don't know what we're going to get ourselves into. Not any decorating for a while. I'm not sure what we'll do. Probably some car chit chats and some, you know, I don't know what I want to do. I might want to make a new front door wreath. I've thought about that for the summertime. I'll have to see what I have downstairs. And I think I am going to decorate for summer. Would be next, of course. When I switch out from all my Easter decor, then I'm probably going to kind of scurry on over there to that Pioneer Woman kind of decor. And I think that's, you know, I'll start working with that after Easter. So, you know, probably after Easter is when I'll start some kind of new decor series or something like that. So, but anyway, I guess that's it. I don't know of any other kind of videos that you guys might like to see. I do my car chit chats. I do my, you know, my decorate with me videos, and, you know, my crafting and all of that stuff. So, you know, if there's something specific that you might like to see, let me know, you know, and I'll see if I can bring that to fruition or not. And, but for now, we're going to finish out Easter and do the Easter home tour, and take a couple of weeks off for the Q&As. And so let me look at my calendar real quick. Okay, so the next Q&A would be for the 26th. That'll be my next Q&A. So as I said, you guys can keep asking me questions and I'll record them. And if I need to, you know, cut them into 2 videos, I can do that. But so I'll just keep an eye on the comments and stuff, and write down your questions. So feel free to keep asking and I'll keep answering. And if there's anything specific, like I said, that you think that I could help you with, let me know. I'd be glad to try. So, but as I always say, first of all, I love this saying that I found when I first started doing my blog, and I always say it in my blog, and I've been trying to say it with my videos too. I know I forget sometimes, but always remember that in crafting there are no mistakes, only unique creations. And I think that is so true, so true. And I hope that everybody's health is going along as it should, and that there's nothing that's poking at you and pulling at you and making you pull your attention away from where you want it to be or where it needs to be. and that nobody is suffering with too much chronic pain. And if you have it, I hope that you are on some medication that can help you get through your days, and I hope you feel better. I hope everybody feels better who's struggling. So with that, you guys, I'll just say until next time, y'all take good care. Bye-bye.